first time I came to China, it was me and some partners, and we flew out together, so I had that comfort of being with somebody, as far as like being afraid of being lost and being in China. So this time I was by myself, so I had that anxiety, like, man, am I going to show up? Am I going to know where I'm going? But the good part, as soon as I got off that plane, Hickory Flats, their team was waiting. It was so easy. Anybody could do it. I think Tim mentioned they've had a lot of people that haven't flown in years, and they were able to easily do it. So as far as that was very comforting that it was so easy to get to China smoothly like that. It was cool because when I arrived, a little jet lagged, little disoriented feeling, and the good thing was that we get to really relax before we jump into the whole trade show thing. So for me, it was nice because I was able just to take in some of the sights. Tim sets up everything. There's buses that pick us up, take us on we went around Shanghai, got to see a lot of the nice sights. It was fun watching the elderly. They were dancing in the park. We got to conversate with a lot of the people out there, and they were so friendly. I really enjoyed that part of it because it's not just all strict business and going out and looking for products. There's also an appreciation of China and seeing the city, Shanghai. It was an hour and a half, and I wanted it to be like 4 hours because it was the most comfortable ride. In the bullet train, it's so smooth. I think it goes up to 200 miles an hour, something like that. Just the technology out here in China and the advancement is amazing, and that ride was very nice, very enjoyable. So we got to Yiwu, and I had high expectations of specific products. I had to get this. I had to get this product that I sold back at home. Quickly I realized that wasn't going to be my focus. Tim saw me pacing back and forth, walking past a couple stores, and it's funny because he came up to me and he's like, "Hey Lance, did you see that product there?" I said, "No." He's like, "Yeah, you walked right past the one that I sell about 15 a day." So that learning experience for me was helpful because I was so used to, okay, this is what I'm looking for. But Tim was teaching us, hey, let's look for key terms, let's look for keywords, let's think of the products in terms of what people are looking for rather than the product itself. The market was incredible. Just walking with the sourcing agent, she was wonderful. I wanted to adopt her, bring her back to the US because she was so helpful. They work so hard, and you go out, start out like 9 o'clock, the market opens. And for me, I don't know how other people are going to be, but I did not want to go back. I wish it was, the market was open till midnight. It starts at 8 o'clock, closes at 5, and there is products everywhere. Things that I've seen back at home that I would pay 14, 15 bucks, and here at the market you might pay $2 or $3 US. A lot of the products, when they would tell me the price, I couldn't believe it. I thought I was stealing. I know in China you go to jail for what, 10, 15 years for stealing, so I was kind of worried. So it was a really good experience. I can tell you that having an assistant is 100%, 1000% needed. As you're walking along and you're identifying products that you want to sell, you're going to walk up to the booth. Back at home, everybody knows what we're saying. Here, the language barrier is, a lot of people speak English, but the way that we speak is a little different, and sometimes they don't understand or interpret what we're saying. So there was a lot of times where it was easy because I had my assistant there and she was able to work everything for me. I would just tell her, hey, this is how many pieces I need, this is the price I'm looking for, and they were able to handle everything, make it very smooth. It's funny because Tim just mentioned, why come to China, why be here? For years I sold on Amazon, and 10 years ago, if somebody said, hey, you really need to go to China to help your business, I'd be like, I don't want to go to China. I can just source on Alibaba, or I can try to find wholesale here in the USA. But being here is 100% necessary. Just the face-to-face interaction and having all the resources that Hickory Flats provides. I mean, the interpretation, the sourcing agents, anything you see, once you get back home, you can coordinate with the agents, and it makes life so much easier. Why come to China? The first day alone, I find 200 products, and when I get back to the hotel, there's a spreadsheet waiting for me with everything that I found. Pictures, quantity, case pack, like how they're gonna come packed, minimum order quantity, all the questions that you want answered. They were all there, clear as day on that sheet. Next day you go out, same thing. So, I mean, that alone, that's worth everything to me. Well, I can tell you, I want to break it down first by saying the first day I found 200. Out of those 200, I would say 170 of those were unique that I didn't even like, I would have never looked at. I would have never ever looked at. And just doing little research, like Tim kind of encourages us not to like constantly be on our phone looking up stuff on Amazon. But when I got back, I did research a couple of those, and I quickly would bring them up while I was at the market. And I found that a lot of those items were like low competition, high price. I mean, one thing I got for like, it was going for 85 bucks. I paid $6. So many items out there. The second day I end up getting another 100, and then today I think I probably did 150 more products. So you're looking, what's the math on that? 450, maybe 500. One item that I sell is 16 bucks, I think I pay wholesale, and I found one similar to that was 89 cents. I mean, that's a big stretch. They're not all like that, but that one in particular, I won't forget that. Arbitrage, man, stuff that you pay 10 bucks for, no more than 2. At least that's how I felt my experience was. But pricing is a big factor for me, because all these years I've seen people on Amazon selling stuff for like 14 bucks, 15, even like the $9.99ers, $12.99 people, like how the heck are they selling for that? Now that I'm here, I can see why some of that stuff is happening. Just the conversations alone, like us traveling on the train back and forth, like the hotel, even like when we were doing the touring, like touring the city, the conversations alone, sharing what we're doing and people benefiting from each other, like sharing their business, that was great. When you come out here, there's very clear instructions on how the people that have succeeded, what they've done, they know, they've been here. Tim's been here a couple dozen times. He made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. I don't think it was the third or fourth trip that he was able to start bringing products back to source on Amazon. So when you have these guys out here blazing the trail for you, it's a good idea to, go out there and do what they're telling you, because for me, it really helped me just following that guide. If you don't get a return on your investment, I don't know what's wrong with you. Just looking around the place, they said if you spend 3 minutes at each booth, it's going to take you 8 years. Is that right? So there's no excuses, man. 8 years to get through this whole thing, and you can't find one product that can get your money back. I mean, come on. The hotel in Shanghai, you walk in, everything is just like top of the line. The shower, oh man, the shower was good. It was high pressure, real nice heat. Just real clean. Everything is so nice and clean. The service, the language, like all the people that work here at the hotel speak very good English. The food was amazing. I mean, I felt like I was on one of those all-inclusive resorts, As far as safety is concerned, not one bit was I ever fearful being out here. It was, as far as comfort, man, when you come out here, everything's taken care of. When you're going from point A to point B, there's a bus waiting for you. All the accommodations are set up. You go to breakfast, they find your name, you give them your room number. Tim's got that all taken care of. The lunches, the dinners, it was very comfortable. The lounge is really nice. We had a lot of nice conversations in the lounge. Nighttime, the comfort of, when you go back up to your room, man, the pillows in the bed were so comfortable. So man, when you're out here, all the accommodations are 5-star, class act all the way. Everything is comfortable.